Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of the One Washington County, Oregon podcast. Our goal is to explore the mission and services of various departments and programs within our organization and our ongoing commitment to meet the needs of our residents. The term One Washington County reflects our vision to work together, aligning our passion, resources, and expertise to support a thriving, equitable, and inclusive community. I am your host, Christian Anichetti, and in this episode of One Washington County, Oregon, we catch up with Lisa Tattersall, manager of the Washington County Cooperative Library Services, or WCCLS. WCCLS is the engine that powers the county's system of 16 public libraries. Today, we're going to try something different on the podcast, a game show format. Who doesn't like a game show, right? In the spirit of One Washington County, we've invited employees from other county departments to test their smarts and discover who knows more about behind-the-scenes library operations. Now, before we introduce our contestants, let's meet our first guest. Welcome to the podcast, Lisa. Can you give us an overview of what WCCLS does for the residents of Washington County?
Christian, it's really great to be with you today and with our contestants who we'll say hi to shortly. I'm Lisa. I have the privilege of leading the wonderful team here at WCCLS. We partner with 9 cities and 3 nonprofit organizations, and they operate the 16 library locations in Washington County. The WCCLS team links all of those libraries together into one unified system that anyone can use. We manage the IT systems and the connectivity between the libraries, as well as our shared library inventory and account software. We also sort and deliver books between the libraries 7 days a week. This allows residents to request books for pickup at the most convenient location for them. We also provide all of the ebooks and audiobooks for our county, bringing the library to your smartphone, tablet, or e-reader. In addition to all of these services, WCCLS also provides the majority of funding for public library operations in our county.
Thanks so much for sharing that, Lisa. Now, let's meet our amazing contestants and get the game started.
Hi, I'm Courtney Duke-Dreesen, and I am Deputy County Counsel. And I was going to say I've been here 13 years, and I think I visited 4 of our cooperative library service locations.
Excellent. And we really appreciate working with County Counsel. They help us a lot with contracts for all of the big, we have a lot of contracts for our ebooks, audiobooks, all of our infrastructure, our IT. And so we really appreciate working with your team.
It's our pleasure.
And my name's Grady Wheeler. I work here in the County Administrative Office, and I work on internal communications.
At WCCLS, we're a really small department at the county, and so we really appreciate things like the One Washington County newsletter that you pull together, because it helps us stay connected with the larger county and everything that's going on, and also gives us an opportunity to highlight some of the services we provide as well. So
yeah, you guys do incredible work and have a bunch of dedicated staff, and I've been out there one time to visit with all of you, and I've really appreciated it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Let's get started. Welcome again, Courtney and Grady. The first round is WCCLS by the numbers. I will ask a question and you write down your answer. Price is right, rules apply. Now, whoever's closer to the number without going over wins a point. I want to invite all our listeners to play along as you listen to this episode to test your WCCLS smarts. So let's get started. Question number 1. There are more than 600,000 people who live in Washington County. How many people have a WCCLS library card? Grady and Courtney, what's your guess?
I say 150,000.
I said 261,000.
All right, so the answer is Courtney.
Woo!
We have 335,092 card holders, which is the equivalent to 1 out of every 2 people in our county.
2 of those are in my family.
Awesome, thank
Out of
you.
how many people in your family?
3.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
So
a
you're
really
beating me
great.
out.
More than
I
half.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a lot of card holders. It's really exciting. One of the other things that's really cool about our system is that we have a partnership with Multnomah County and Clackamas County, and and also Fort Vancouver Regional Library. And so anyone who lives in any of those areas can actually get a library card for free at any of the other jurisdictions. And so that's another benefit, is that your card doesn't work just here in Washington County, but it also connects you to services across the metro area.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to question number 2. How many visits do WCCLS member libraries receive each year? Let's take a guess.
5 million. Oh, sorry. Had you written yours
No,
down?
I said 2 million.
Well, I appreciate the optimism, Courtney, but and I forget actually which way. So it's 2.4 million visits. So Grady's closer.
I wrote it down.
Yes.
I'm making sure you didn't go over.
It would be amazing if we had 5 million visits every year. We are now 1-1
Okay.
in terms of scoring. And I think the cool thing about our libraries is that they are open, they're all open 6 or 7 days a week. And we welcome everyone in the community. And I think one of the things that's really cool about the building is you often think about like, oh, people are just going in to check out books, which they do, and that's fantastic. But we also have a huge diversity of resources and amenities that all sorts of different people use. So strong and stable Wi-Fi, computers for people who don't have access to technology. We have learning and play spaces for kids, meeting rooms, maker spaces. We have programs and events. And then, of course, books and cozy reading areas. Having all of those things to appeal to our community members is one of the reasons our libraries draw that many people every year.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah.
When I was done with law school, the Beaverton main branch had just been constructed, and I used to just go there to study for the bar exam. Because for a change of scenery, and it, was
Yep.
quiet and beautiful, and so I went to a lot of visits there just to use the physical space.
I love it. Having that place where you have a really robust Wi-Fi connection if you need it, and then being able to just go and, like you said, be in community with other people and not have to like pay for a coffee to do so is a wonderful thing. And I think that's something that people really appreciate about our building.
What's a makerspace?
A makerspace is a place where you can make things. And so a handful of our libraries have spaces where they'll have everything from like sewing machines to 3D printers
No way.
and like
Oh.
die cut machines and
yeah.
like button making kits, and they'll do things like we just had a meeting at the Cornelius Makerspace actually last week. They said like they also do food related programming, make gummy bears or make tofu and like all
Nice.
sorts of really cool stuff like that.
Cool.
So
Well, good news, Grady. You are on the officially
I'm on the
scoreboard, so
You're on the
nice
board.
job.
Welcome to the board.
Welcome to the board. Let's move on to question number 3. What is the total amount of money patrons save each year by borrowing items from the library instead of buying them?
Like a book's $20,
At least.
at least.
It's more like 30 now.
we also check out video games, DVDs, air fryers, synthesizers, just to make your life more complicated.
Okay, what?
I said, are you done?
Mine's stupid. 200 million.
Oh, I said 873,000.
You're gonna win my prices right rules. I should have said $1.
$1. I know. Okay, the correct answer is $140 million saved last year.
I was way off.
But you won.
So if you take the total number saved and the amount of cardholders we have, that's $423 per cardholder. That's how much people saved by borrowing
much?
items. $423 per
Dang.
cardholder.
That's amazing.
Yeah. One of the things that is just we have such a wide range of resources, and so it's really great to see that people are making use of it and saving money, which everyone likes to save money. A little bit of how do we get at that number? If there's any data nerds out there or people who are wondering, what we do is when an item is added to our catalog, it gets assigned a replacement value. So how much would it cost if it got broken or lost? And so what we do is we add up, of all the things that were checked out, what was their replacement value, and that was the $140 million.
Amazing.
What's like a high ticket item?
Would definitely be our library of things items, which are things like synthesizer or telescope or a sewing machine.
Telescope?
Yeah, you can check all sorts of
That is
tortilla
cool.
press. You can check all sorts of fun stuff out.
I was at a backyard barbecue where someone had checked out the movie theater popcorn maker.
Oh, wow.
No
Yeah.
way.
You can check out green screens, and you could probably do a whole
What?
backyard movie thing. I think you can probably check out a projector, microphone, karaoke.
Oh, Christian.
Oh, karaoke is right.
Okay.
You got my attention, Lisa, of course.
Absolutely.
All right, well, that officially wraps up the first round, so let's move on to the second round we're calling Mystery Sound. These are the sounds of service at WCCLS. So after you hear an audio clip, guess what the sound is. You get 1 point per correct answer. So Grady and Courtney, and to all of our listeners, make sure you listen closely, okay? What's your guess, Courtney and Grady?
Book sorter.
That's what I said, book sorter.
Oh. That's interesting. Wrong. I'm like, we need the like buzzer. Sad trombone. That was actually the sound of one of our courier trucks, and I think it was actually the lift gate on the back. One of the things that our team does is we deliver the books and other items between the 16 libraries 7 days a week. So the library's open 7 days. We're delivering 7 days, and this is what allows people to pick up and borrow items at the location that is closest to them. So if you live in Banks but you want a book that's in Sherwood, you can just place it on hold. It will get loaded onto our truck at Sherwood, come to our warehouse, get sorted for its destination to Banks, and then it's there for you to pick up. And when you're done, you can, and you happen to be at the farmer's market in Tigard, you can just, and the library's right there, you can just return it to the Tigard library and it will make its way back to Sherwood. Our fleet has 5 vehicles. We have 3 trucks and 2 electric vans, so we are getting greener, and we've also optimized our routes to be a lot more efficient, and so we've been reducing our mileage while still delivering 7 days a week, and we're down to 47,000 miles a year that we drive across the county to get those books moved around. I think because we've optimized our routes, not only does it reduce our mileage, but it's also reduced the turnaround time, and so by switching up our routes about a year ago, I think we were able to shave another day off the turnaround time.
Okay, so let's listen to the second sound.
Book sorter.
So you knew if you just kept guessing that, you would get
Yes.
it right.
All
That
right.
is the correct answer. That was the sound of the central sorter in our warehouse. Back in 2018, we introduced automated materials handling, which is AMH. And the machine sorts library items like books and DVDs based on where they need to go next. Every single library item has an RFID tag in it. And that RFID tag is coded with, where it belongs, and then where it needs to go to next. And so the introduction of AMH really reduced the amount of time that library staff had to spend sorting items by hand. Before 2018, every library had an area where they would be like, the book that just came in that needs to go back to Forest Grove for your kids' book club, had to, a staff person had to literally put it in a bin for Forest Grove. And now they don't have to pre-sort anything. They just send everything that needs to get rerouted back to our warehouse, and then the machine does the sorting for us. So that saved 24 hours of staff time daily, countywide at the libraries by doing that central sorting, and allows them to redirect that time to more valuable work. Our record items sorted in one day is 16,343.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next sound.
Hair dryer?
I said a vacuum.
Hair dryer or vacuum?
We are both
What's the
stylish
answer?
and clean at WCCLS. That was the sound of one of our network closets. WCCLS provides connectivity between all 16 locations and our location, and we have servers in data centers across the county and all sort of redundant internet connections and all of the security and firewalls and all of the good stuff that comes with that to keep everyone's data safe and secure, and also keep a strong and reliable connection. And so that hum or whine that you heard was just the whine of a lot of network equipment going, doing what it does.
Networking.
It's
Yeah.
networking.
Yeah.
It powers a lot of the Wi-Fi at our libraries. And so, Courtney, you were talking about how you used to come and study for the exam. Last year, 210,263 people used Wi-Fi at the library for a total of 555,978 sessions. Here in Washington County, I think we sometimes take this for granted, but not everyone has access to broadband internet at home. Research shows that lower income households are much less likely to have internet access just due to the cost. And then folks in rural areas may not also be able to access broadband, even if they wanted to subscribe, because the service is just not available to consumers. And one of the things we are really aware of in libraries from helping folks without internet access is that we know that reliable internet access is really important to participation in community life and daily life, from banking and accessing services, healthcare, employment, educational opportunities. And so we're really proud to provide this essential and free community resource.
Last round.
Let's get ready for the third and final round, called the Library Catalog. WCCLS is responsible for managing the library catalog. There are 1.4 million items in the shared collection, excluding downloadable ebooks and audiobooks in Libby. In this round, Courtney and Grady, and to all our listeners, we'll see if you know what's popular in the catalog. You get 1 point per correct answer. All right?
Okay,
Let's go.
All right.
Question number 1. What is the most popular search term in the catalog? A. New release. B. Library of things. C. Board game. Or D. Libby.
Going D.
What's your guess?
D.
Both D's.
You both
Courtney
guessed.
and Grady.
You both
Libby.
guessed Libby. Okay. The correct answer is Library of
way.
Things. And so, yeah, it is hugely popular.
Dang it.
So you both get 0 points.
Okay,
And you also get to learn about the Library of Things.
Oh, yeah.
I'm into it.
Let's hear
So
it.
which I think we talked about earlier, but is really just a collection of non-traditional items that you can get from the library.
Well, starting this round strong with 0 for both Courtney and Grady.
All right.
Let's
Ouch.
move on to question number 2. Question number 2. What is the most popular title right now? A. The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown. B. Dogman by Dave Pilkey. C. The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. Or D. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry.
Okay.
What's your
C.
guess?
B. Dogman.
Let them.
The correct answer is neither of those. It is The Secret of Secrets by Dan Brown. As
I've heard
of
that.
today,
Second.
Dan Brown wrote the
Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah,
Very popular.
very popular. Although, who guessed the Let Them theory? Who guessed C?
I did.
Grady.
Okay, that is a close second. So you are close to having your finger on the pulse of
Do I
what is
get a half
popular. And
point?
what, yes, let's award a half
No.
point.
Yeah.
I want to see the rules.
The contract language.
Is
Yeah, I know.
Dogman popular in the children's collection?
Oh,
Half a
right.
point.
Quarter point.
What's really interesting too when we look at the data on like how people use books and which books are popular and in which formats, like the Let Them theory, it has 5 times more Libby checkouts than the print version, which is really interesting. And Libby is the name of the app. If our listeners aren't aware of it, it's an amazing app. You can get it on your phone and you can check out ebooks and audiobooks from the library and just download them right to your phone or your tablet or your e-reader or whatever. Our digital books are super popular. They increase in usage by 20 to 30% each year. And we are really proud to be able to offer this super convenient way to access library services.
What an amazing service
Yeah,
from the library. Okay, let's move on to question number 3. What is the most popular list in the catalog? A. New Library of Things. B. The New York Times 100 Best Books of the 21st Century. C. Board Games for Big Groups. Or D. 100 Children's Books to Read in a Lifetime.
I can't remember. New York Times one.
That one's B.
B.
That's what I said. B.
Let's see your
New York
guesses.
Times 100 best books.
Before I reveal the answer, because this is a cliffhanger, no, I do want to share. One of the things that people don't know necessarily too is that like you can search our catalog for like specific titles, but the other thing that we do have is all of these lists. So if you're just not really sure what you want to read or where you want to start, there are a lot of these lists that things like where you can just say what is the most popular like 100 top books of the 21st century, whatever, or top kids books for Halloween or whatever. And so this is where our library staff are actually like hand curating lists to put them together. And the other cool thing about our catalog is it brings in lists that libraries all over the country, if they use the same catalog software that we do, you can browse lists from all of the other libraries. So it's a really fun way to explore what we have and find something new. Okay, so the correct answer though is you are both wrong. It is 100 children's books to read in a lifetime. And titles on that list include things like Goodnight Moon, Guess How Much I Love You, and Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. So here in Washington County, we've been working together in our cooperative system for nearly 50 years. Next year it's going to be 50 years. 1976 is when the cooperative started.
Wow.
So one of the fun things is that means like 2 or 3 generations of kids in Washington County have had the opportunity to read these really classic titles and experience all of the possibility that learning and literacy brings in our county. So, all right.
How many
so
questions do we have left?
That was the
that
final
was
one.
it. Yeah, what is the final scores? Courtney has 3 and Grady has 2.5.
Dang.
2 points.
Well played.
Yeah.
Well played.
Close
Well
game.
They're
played.
shaking
Close game.
hands for those of you who
Right.
can't. We do have a prize for Courtney, which is, since this is an audio medium, I will describe it. It's a beautiful little zippy pencil case bag,
So
canvas
cute.
bag. With
Very cute.
our lovely mascot Wallace is printed, screen printed on the bag. And there's a sticker, a Wallace sticker, and a Wallace post-it
With one of your
note.
fleet vehicles, yes?
Oh, yes, that is one of our electric vans. We take that to a lot of outreach events.
Do I even get a sticker?
I'll share the stickers with you.
Thank you for sharing, Courtney.
No. that's
Okay,
fine.
yes.
Thank you.
Actually,
There's some-
as a lawyer, I use the Post-its more.
Thank you. Okay, good.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Christian, for hosting and being our quiz master today. And thank you, Courtney and Grady, for playing along.
Thank you for having
Yeah,
me.
That was
thank you
really
for having
fun.
us.
It
Thank
was
you
a-
for all you do at the library.
Yeah, thank you.
It was a fun way to share what we're doing behind the scenes, and we are really proud to be able to contribute to Washington County at WCCLS in this way.
Wow, what a fun time together. Thanks again to our fantastic contestants, Grady and Courtney, and to all our listeners for playing along, and of course, to the amazing Lisa Tattersall, manager of the Washington County Cooperative Library Services, for bringing so much fun to this episode and to tell us more about WCCLS. Lisa, before you're off the hook, if our listeners want to learn more about WCCLS, where can they find information?
Absolutely. So WCCLS.org is our website where you can learn about us. You can see all of our wonderful library locations. You can access digital resources, search our catalog, and then we have really fun social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And so we post a lot of behind the scenes content and fun content about Wallace, our mascot. And we have a booked and busy video series that's been really popular and fun, that just takes people behind the scenes at our warehouse and on the road. So I encourage you to check that out.
That sounds wonderful. This is your host, Christian Anushati. Thank you again for tuning in to One Washington County, Oregon, and we'll catch you next time.